Hello and welcome back to the Health Foundation. In this tape we will be learning about our biggest threat, an entity of many names, but its preferred name is She, otherwise known as 4. We have investigated why it chose such name, and apparently it ties to Japan. The country believes that 4 is an unlucky number, due to its pronunciation being awfully close to the pronunciation of death. Now of course we would usually not bother being so alarmed about an entity with such name and reason. After all, countless before it chose names that mean something like death or disease. Except for this one we're alarmed, and for good reason. The area surrounding San Mateo has had a multitude of disappearances. Although the officers there don't allow us to investigate such cases, we know for a fact that it involves this entity. Step 1. Know your enemy. We have noticed that in some videos the entity has showed itself, often crashing the OBS of its victim to speak to the viewer. Other times it manifests itself to the victim, often mocking them. Other times it lags or causes the recording itself to speak to the viewer. It even has done so to our tapes. What we have learned from these instances, the entity has control over media, whether it's distorting it or even causing it. The entity also changes forms varying the game. So far we have only seen 2 of them. However, outside of the digital spaces, the entity is capable of precision. We will now show home security footage in which the entity was seen breaking into a home whilst possessing a human. If you find yourself against a human who is under the control of the entity, we advise to take them out. It's better to die than to be under this thing's grasp. An easy way to tell if a human is under its control is to look for deformities. The entity isn't from our dimension and entering a body of a lower dimension begins to break, yet the entity tries to fix what breaks, often failing. In a way to keep you less likely to be attacked by it, is to abandon any religious activity. The entity often targets religious folk, because, as it says, they're easier to break once you mimic their savior. We have caught on to the theme that when displaying its message, it may sometimes show a picture of a statue of Jesus, often saying to praise their savior. We advise to not trust its lies, and keep a handgun near you. The entity is durable, but whilst controlling a human it's vulnerable. When shot it will leak black goo or let out smoke, often being stunned. Use the time to run away as far as you can, and go somewhere safer. That is all we have for now. Remember, no matter how many of us fall, the mountain will lead humanity to a better future.